Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly. Freshly dressed, freshly dressed, freshly dressed like a million bucks. Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly. Freshly dressed, freshly dressed, freshly dressed like a million bucks. Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly. Freshly dressed, freshly dressed, freshly dressed like a million bucks.
What you think? Just because my dollars look elastic, I'm not gon' have second thoughts of slotted plastic. Hell no, my nigga, you throwing 5 on the bill, 5 in my gas tank and 5 on the mill. Regardless, even if I push it more and nasty, you can guarantee I'm rocking checks when I'm mashing. Sideways, doing a $150 on the highway, spend a $150 on a Friday.
Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly. Freshly dressed, freshly dressed, so freshly dressed like a million bucks. Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, yeah, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly. We so freshly dressed, freshly dressed, we so freshly dressed like a million bucks.
I'm throwing starch on my collar just in case I wanna pop it. Sucker free spray just in case you try and knock it. All gas, no brakes, flying like a rocket. Speakers thump hard, my trunk is now mosh pit. Bounce out to digs, purchase me a lifestyle. Checking my fresh, pop my collar as I walk out. Pops gave me once before a dope analogy. Your flop is pushing nothing but white, then there was calories. If money was created as art, the biggest gallery. If Valerie don't wanna come over, then call up Natalie. And I believe that with a passion, a go-getter, whatever, just make it happen. I throw it up like confetti when I be cashing. I'm on that new hustle, you just a has-been. An original representing Dynasty. Done did it, forget it, just let it crash, man.
Well, it was myself and Scott James. He owned and founded BSN, one of the largest, or the largest supplement company in the world. And he lived in Florida, and he sold BSN. And when he did, he moved to Texas. Came to Texas where things were bigger and better, right?
Always bigger and better in Texas.
Yeah. And then we partnered up with Uriah Faber, and we've been, throwing ideas around for over a year now. And again, one thing led to another.
There are a lot of things that are going to separate Torque. Number one is our customer service. What we offer the retailers, nobody else offers what we're offering these guys. I'm not going to say it on camera what we are offering these, our loyal retailers, but it is second to none and above everybody else. With Scott Templeton and Scott James in charge of the company, heading the company. I've been in the mixed martial art industry for a long time. I've owned a couple of the biggest websites out there, and I purchased these other lines. So I know exactly what our retailers need from us, expect, and what I wanted. So I think having that in my back pocket is really going to separate us from everybody else. On top of the latest gear, the latest technologies that are coming out with Templeton and James getting out there and looking at everything and testing everything out scientifically. You cannot get a better business partners that have a global network than these guys.
That's primarily the structure and the strategic partnerships are pretty much unparalleled. One thing that happened right off the bat before we really even got a lot of momentum, we were picked up by AAFES, the Army Air Force Exchange, on 30 military bases all over the globe. And with our partner Scott James' experience comes global distribution and global networks and interfacing, with instant, distributorships and network. And that a lot of stuff, there's a disparity right now in the market. There's a few guys at the top, there's a big void in the middle, and there's a lot of guys at the bottom, fighting over the same t-shirt sell. And we're not just going to be a t-shirt company, we're a sports and performance company. We have compression gear, everything, mats, everything. We're going to have a leather line, so it's all encompassing. And they put corporate structure behind it as well. Our business partner has a PhD, and he ran the #1 Merrill Lynch in the world. So there's financial backing and corporate structure and accountability. There's a checks and balance system that is often left unchecked in this industry.
I think that's really where you're going to see Torque separate itself from everybody else in the industry. We don't want to be the next everybody else. We're not the next Tap Out, the next Affliction. We're Torque. We have a clean look. We have an athletic look. We're geared towards high performance athletic gear and apparel. So we're not just MMA. Our artwork is, you know, we're branded. We're branded as Torque and ourselves, but we're doing different looks and, you know, doing our research out there, looking at what people like. We're taking a lot of feedback from customers. You know, send us emails, tell us what you like, what you love. We're always open to new ideas, but Torque itself, we're gearing ourselves to be a really clean, high-performance company.
There's two things that we just took in strong consideration. Number one, you know, your wife and your girlfriend's gonna like it, you know, so you can go buy some more. And secondly, something that you could wear out to dinner. You know, go have a drink in, go smoke a cigar without, you know, offending half the people in the restaurant. It's something that you're proud and comfortable in. You know, just a little, you know, there's a strong demand for that. There's a silent majority out there that really wants that kind of brand. You know, and the death and the skulls and, you know, the abrasiveness has kind of worked itself out. There's a place for it, and there always will be, you know, in the hardcore. But, you know, we're athletic too. You know, I ran a martial arts gym for 15 years. So, and we're athletes as well. You know, so we're not just guys jumping on the bandwagon, Johnny come lately. We're going to be all over the place, but right now we're setting up strategic partners and retailers domestically and globally. And more importantly, we brought on Mike Crawford from Shop Sherdog, one of the most recognized, you know, internet websites in the MMA industry, and he came on board with us.
Yeah, well, you know, like Scott said, we are partnering strategically with retailers. We're not going after 200-300 retailers and just saturating the market. We are going after key retailers and taking extremely good care of them, partnering up with them, growing the business for both mutual benefit. You know, right now you can find you know, Torque apparel on MMAoverload.com, carnaldamage.com, a bunch of retail shops all over the country. Century MMA is about to pick up the product, Title Boxing. So, you know, we are going to be out there, and like I said, work with 10 or 15 retailers online. That's pretty much it. And like I said, really support these guys like nobody has ever supported them.
We're here at the Moeller Jiu-Jitsu in Coppell, Texas to support the Legacy Pros and more importantly, the Imperial Fight Team. You know, we teamed up with them. We hope the guys do great. We're sponsoring the tournament. And more importantly, we have a grappling tournament, Torque Grappling Championships, that Saturday. They're going to have about 1,100 competitors. And we also do 4 of those throughout the year. We do Orlando, Hartford, Dallas, and Phoenix. And that's one of the things that separates us, you know, from the pack as well. Is we're integrated at the grassroots level. You know, we interface with all the fighters. We're out here supporting the fighters. It's fight week. They're getting ready to come up, and we just came out to help them. So, but for more information on it, go to torque1.net, and we'll see you next week at the Dallas Europa Super Show.
Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly, Chuck so fly. Freshly dressed like $1 million bucks.